Do you believe that having more money will bring true happiness and inner peace? Many people spend their entire lives chasing wealth, thinking that financial success will solve all their problems. But why do so many wealthy individuals still feel empty, anxious, and unfulfilled? Money can buy comfort, but can it buy lasting happiness? In this video, we'll explore the deep connection between wealth, happiness, and inner peace through the lens of Buddhist wisdom. The Buddha taught that true happiness does not come from external possessions but from mastering the mind and understanding the nature of desire. We'll uncover why financial success alone is not enough for lasting fulfillment and how Buddhist teachings offer practical insights to cultivate inner peace, regardless of your financial status. Whether you're rich or struggling, this video will help you shift your perspective and discover where real contentment lies. What you'll learn: why money can't guarantee happiness, the hidden struggles of wealthy people, how to achieve peace of mind beyond material wealth, practical Buddhist insights for lasting fulfillment. What's your perspective? Do you think money can buy happiness? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful life lessons from Buddhist teachings. Can money really buy happiness? Many people grow up believing that money is the key to happiness. Society teaches us that the more wealth we accumulate, the better our lives will be. A luxurious home, expensive cars, and financial security seem to promise a life free from stress and full of joy. But is that really the case? The illusion of happiness through wealth. It's true that money can provide comfort, security, and opportunities. Having enough wealth to cover basic needs, food, shelter, healthcare, and education, can make life easier. However, beyond a certain point, research shows that money does not significantly increase long-term happiness. A famous study found that once people reach a stable income level that meets their needs, additional wealth has little impact on their emotional well-being. Many wealthy individuals continue to struggle with stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. Despite their financial success, they often feel an inner emptiness. Why? Because external possessions cannot fill the void that comes from a restless mind. This is exactly what Buddhism teaches. Happiness is not something we can buy, but something we must cultivate within. Buddhist perspective: true happiness comes from within. The Buddha taught that all suffering originates from attachment and desire. When we attach our happiness to material wealth, we become trapped in a cycle of craving. No matter how much money we have, we always want more. A bigger house, a better car, a higher income. This endless pursuit leads to dissatisfaction rather than contentment. Buddhism emphasizes that true happiness comes from understanding the nature of our desires and learning to let go of attachment. This doesn't mean we must reject money or live in poverty. Instead, it means developing a healthy relationship with wealth, using it as a tool, not as a source of identity or self-worth. The hidden struggles of the wealthy: many assume that rich people live stress-free lives, but in reality, wealth comes with its own burdens. The more money people have, the more they worry about losing it. They may struggle with trust issues, fear betrayal, or feel isolated from others. This is why some of the most successful individuals still experience anxiety, depression, and dissatisfaction. From a Buddhist perspective, suffering arises when we cling too tightly to anything, whether it's money, status, or material possessions. The more we depend on these things for happiness, the more fragile our peace of mind becomes. How to cultivate inner peace beyond money. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that true happiness is independent of external conditions. Instead of seeking fulfillment through wealth, we can focus on practices that bring lasting peace. Mindfulness and gratitude, being present in the moment, helps us appreciate what we already have instead of constantly chasing more. Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. Generosity and compassion. Helping others creates deeper fulfillment than accumulating wealth. When we share our resources, we feel more connected and purposeful. Detachment from materialism. Understanding that everything is impermanent allows us to enjoy life without being overly attached to possessions. Simplicity and contentment. Living a balanced life, rather than chasing excess, leads to greater peace and happiness. Money is a tool, not a destination. Money itself is neither good nor bad. It's how we use it that matters. Financial stability can provide comfort, but true happiness comes from inner peace, not from external wealth. By shifting our mindset and applying Buddhist wisdom, we can break free from the illusion that money alone will bring lasting fulfillment. What do you think? Can money buy happiness? Share your thoughts in the comments. Why many wealthy people still lack inner peace. Buddhist wisdom. We often believe that financial success leads to a stress-free, peaceful life. After all, having wealth means access to comfort, luxury, and security, things that many people dream of. But if money guarantees peace, why do so many rich people still feel anxious, restless, and unfulfilled? Buddhism teaches that true peace comes from within, not from external wealth. While money can solve material problems, it cannot calm the mind. In fact, wealth often creates new worries, fear of loss, betrayal, and the endless desire for more. Let's explore why many wealthy individuals struggle to find inner peace and how Buddhist wisdom offers a path to true contentment. More money, more worries. At first glance, having a lot of money seems like the ultimate solution to life's problems. But as wealth increases, so do concerns and responsibilities. Many rich people live in constant fear. Fear of losing wealth. The more money someone has, the more they worry about losing it. Economic downturns, bad investments, and even theft can turn financial success into a source of stress. Fear of betrayal. Wealth attracts attention, and not always in a good way. Rich individuals often struggle with trust issues, wondering if people genuinely care about them or just want their money. Fear of never having enough. Even with millions in the bank, many still feel insecure about the future. They worry that what they have isn't enough to maintain their lifestyle, take care of their families, or compete with others. Buddhism teaches that these fears arise from attachment. The stronger our grip on material wealth, the more we suffer when facing the possibility of loss. Desire has no end. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is that desire, when uncontrolled, leads to suffering. The mind always craves more, never feeling truly satisfied. A person starts by wanting financial stability. Then they seek luxury, better houses, cars, and vacations. Even after achieving these, they compare themselves to wealthier people and want more. This cycle is endless. No matter how much someone has, there's always something bigger and better to chase. This is why even billionaires who have more money than they could ever spend often feel restless. Buddha wisely taught, the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who is content with what they have. If we don't learn to appreciate what we have, no amount of wealth will ever bring peace. How to find true peace beyond wealth. Buddhism does not say money is bad. Wealth can be used for good. It can help people, provide security, and create opportunities. The key is not to let money control your mind. Here's how to cultivate peace regardless of financial status. Practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on what's missing, appreciate what you already have. Gratitude shifts the mind from lack to abundance. Detach from materialism. Understand that wealth is temporary. Enjoy it, but don't let it define your happiness or self-worth. Embrace simplicity. The Buddha encouraged a simple, mindful life. True peace comes from living in alignment with your values, not chasing unnecessary luxuries. Be generous. Sharing wealth brings more fulfillment than hoarding it. When we help others, we cultivate a deeper sense of purpose and connection. True wealth is inner peace. Money can bring comfort, but it cannot buy peace of mind. The more we attach our happiness to wealth, the more we suffer. Buddhist wisdom teaches that real contentment comes from within, not from how much we have, but from how well we manage our desires. Do you believe money can bring true peace? Share your thoughts in the comments. Where does true happiness come from? In today's world, many people believe happiness comes from wealth, success, or external achievements. Society teaches us that having more money, more possessions, more status, will bring a fulfilling life. But if this were true, why do so many people who have it all still feel empty inside? Buddhism offers a different perspective. True happiness does not come from the outside. It comes from within. No amount of material wealth can bring lasting joy if the mind is restless, anxious, or always wanting more. The key to real happiness lies in inner peace, contentment, and gratitude. Let's explore why true happiness is an inner state of being rather than something we can buy or achieve. 1. Happiness comes from inner peace, not material possessions. Many people believe that once they reach a certain level of financial success, they will finally be happy. But Buddhism teaches that external things are temporary and unreliable sources of happiness. Money can buy comfort, not peace. While financial stability can make life easier, it cannot stop negative emotions like anxiety, fear, or dissatisfaction. Pleasures fade over time. A new car, a bigger house, or an expensive vacation may bring joy at first, but over time they lose their excitement and we start looking for the next thing to chase. The mind always wants more. If happiness depends on external things, it will never last, because the moment we achieve something, we set our sights on the next goal. Buddhism teaches that real happiness is found within, not in material possessions. When the mind is at peace, even a simple life feels rich and fulfilling. 2. Gratitude and contentment create true happiness. Have you ever noticed that some people with very little seem genuinely happy, while others with great wealth still feel unsatisfied? The difference is contentment. A grateful heart finds abundance in simplicity. A person with little who appreciates what they have is often happier than someone with everything but always wanting more. The secret to happiness is knowing what is enough. In Buddhism, there is a famous teaching: the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who is content with what they have. This does not mean we should not strive for a better life. Instead, it means we should not base our happiness on external conditions. When we learn to appreciate the present moment and stop comparing ourselves to others, we discover that we already have enough to be happy. 3. Inner peace is more valuable than any wealth. Happiness is not just about having. It's about being at peace, being present, and being free from unnecessary worries. Buddhism teaches that true peace of mind is the greatest treasure. When the mind is at peace, happiness naturally follows. Even in difficult situations, a peaceful mind can remain calm and resilient. Letting go of attachment reduces suffering. The more we attach to things, whether money, success, or relationships, the more we fear losing them. By learning to let go, we create space for real joy. Mindfulness helps us experience happiness in everyday life. The simple act of enjoying a meal, appreciating nature, or spending time with loved ones can bring deep happiness when we are truly present. 4. How to cultivate true happiness. Happiness is not something we need to chase. It is something we can cultivate through daily practice. Here are some ways to develop inner peace and lasting happiness. Practice gratitude. Take time each day to appreciate what you already have. This shifts the focus from what is missing to what is abundant. Let go of excessive desires. Recognize that more things do not equal more happiness. Simplifying life leads to greater peace. Live in the present moment. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future creates unnecessary suffering. Mindfulness helps us fully experience life as it is. Be kind and generous. Helping others brings a deep sense of fulfillment that material wealth cannot provide. Happiness is an inside job. True happiness does not depend on wealth, success, or external circumstances. It comes from inner peace, contentment, and gratitude. By shifting our focus from what we lack to what we already have, we can experience real and lasting joy. What brings you true happiness? Share your thoughts in the comments. Does letting go mean giving up everything? Many people believe that in order to find inner peace, they must give up all their possessions, live in poverty, or detach completely from the world. This idea often leads to confusion about the true meaning of letting go in Buddhism. But does letting go mean giving up everything? Not at all. Buddhism does not teach us to abandon life, wealth, or responsibilities. Instead, it teaches us to free ourselves from attachment, the unhealthy clinging to material things, emotions, or desires that cause suffering. 1. Letting go is about mental freedom, not material loss. One of the biggest misconceptions about Buddhism is that to be truly peaceful, we must renounce everything and live as monks or hermits. However, the Buddha never said that owning wealth or enjoying life was wrong. The problem is attachment. When we let material things control our thoughts, emotions, and happiness. Money itself is not the problem, our attachment to it is. If we depend on wealth for happiness, we will always live in fear of losing it. Relationships can bring joy, but excessive attachment leads to suffering. When we cling too tightly to people expecting them to always make us happy, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Letting go does not mean rejecting life. It means learning to live with an open heart, without clinging to things that are temporary and ever-changing. 2. Living in the world without being controlled by it. The Buddha lived a life of luxury as a prince before choosing a spiritual path. But he did not reject wealth itself, he rejected attachment to it. Buddhism teaches us to live in the world while maintaining inner peace and wisdom. A person can be wealthy and still practice detachment. If they see money as a tool rather than a source of happiness, they remain free. You can love deeply without clinging. True love is not about possessing someone but about caring without control or expectation. Ambition is not bad, but obsession is. Setting goals is part of life, but when success becomes an addiction, we lose ourselves in endless striving. The key is balance. We can enjoy life, have ambitions, and love deeply while remaining detached from unhealthy craving and fear. 3. The power of letting go. Freedom from suffering. The more we cling, the more we suffer. Imagine holding onto a rope too tightly, it burns your hands. The same thing happens when we hold on to negative emotions, material desires, or expectations. Letting go does not mean losing, it means freeing ourselves from unnecessary pain. Let go of the need for control. Many things in life are beyond our control. Accepting this brings peace. Let go of past hurts. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. Forgiveness is for our own peace. Let go of the fear of change. Everything in life is impermanent. The more we accept this, the less we struggle. When we stop clinging, we experience true freedom, a state of mind where we can appreciate life without fear of loss. 4. How to practice letting go in daily life. Letting go is not just a concept, it is a practice. Here are some ways to cultivate detachment without rejection. Mindfulness. Observe your thoughts and emotions without getting attached to them. Let them come and go like waves. Gratitude. Focus on what you have rather than what you lack. This shifts the mind from craving to contentment. Simplicity. Declutter your life, physically and mentally. Sometimes having less leads to greater peace. Trust in the flow of life. Understand that change is natural, and resisting it only creates suffering. Let go but stay engaged in life. Letting go does not mean giving up on life, love, or success. It means freeing yourself from attachment, fear, and suffering. You can still enjoy relationships, pursue dreams, and appreciate wealth, just without being controlled by them. The secret to inner peace is not in rejecting life, but in living fully without clinging. Practicing mindfulness to find inner peace in today's fast-paced world. Many people believe that money and success are the keys to happiness. Society teaches us to constantly chase more wealth, more achievements, more security for the future. But the truth is, no matter how much we accumulate, we often feel restless, anxious, and dissatisfied. Buddhism teaches us that true peace does not come from external achievements, but from within. One of the most powerful tools for finding this inner peace is mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. Through mindfulness, we can break free from worry, reduce stress, and discover a sense of calm and contentment in everyday life. 1. Money is a tool, not the purpose of life. It's easy to believe that money will solve all of our problems. While financial stability is important, Buddhism reminds us that money is only a tool, not the purpose of life. Money can buy comfort but not happiness. We need food, shelter, and security, but beyond a certain point, more money does not lead to more joy. Chasing wealth can create suffering. If we believe that happiness depends on financial success, we will always feel pressure to earn more, fearing that we don't have enough. True wealth comes from within. A person who is content with little is far richer than someone who has everything but still feels empty. Through mindfulness, we learn to see money for what it is, a tool for living, not the ultimate goal. This shift in perspective allows us to find peace, no matter our financial situation. 2. Living fully in the present moment. Most of our stress and anxiety come from two things: regretting the past and worrying about the future. The mind constantly races, thinking about what we could have done differently or fearing what might happen next. But in reality, the past is gone, and the future has not arrived. The only moment that truly exists is now. Mindfulness teaches us to focus on the present. Instead of being lost in thought, we learn to fully experience each moment, whether eating, walking, or talking with a loved one. Let go of unnecessary worries. Many of our fears are based on things that may never happen. By returning to the present, we break free from this cycle of endless thinking. Appreciate simple joys. When we are mindful, we start noticing the small miracles of life, a deep breath, the warmth of the sun, the beauty of a flower. Living mindfully does not mean ignoring responsibilities. It means engaging with life fully without being consumed by stress and worry. 3. Meditation. The path to inner peace. One of the most effective ways to develop mindfulness is through meditation. Meditation helps calm the mind, reduce stress, and cultivate deep inner peace. Meditation trains the mind to be present. By focusing on the breath, sounds, or bodily sensations, we develop the ability to stay in the moment. It helps us observe thoughts without attachment. Instead of being controlled by emotions, we learn to see them as passing clouds, temporary and ever-changing. Regular practice leads to long-term peace. Scientific studies show that meditation lowers stress levels, improves focus, and enhances emotional well-being. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of daily meditation can make a huge difference. The more we practice, the more naturally mindfulness becomes a part of our daily lives. 4. Bringing mindfulness into everyday life. Mindfulness is not just about sitting in meditation. It's a way of living. We can practice it anytime, anywhere. Here are a few simple ways to integrate mindfulness into daily life. Mindful breathing. Take a deep breath and fully feel the inhale and exhale. This instantly brings you back to the present. Mindful eating. Instead of rushing meals, take time to taste and appreciate each bite. Mindful walking. Pay attention to each step, feeling the ground beneath your feet. Mindful listening. When talking with others, be fully present instead of thinking about what to say next. The more we practice, the more natural mindfulness becomes. Over time, it helps us cultivate a deep sense of peace, regardless of external circumstances. True peace comes from within. Mindfulness teaches us that peace is not found in wealth, success, or material possessions. It is found in how we experience life. By learning to be present, appreciating what we have, and practicing meditation, we can discover a deep and lasting inner peace. When we stop chasing happiness in the future and start living fully in the present, we realize that peace has been within us all along. What is one way you practice mindfulness in daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Lessons from the teachings of the Buddha. In a world where success is often measured by wealth and status, the teachings of the Buddha offer a different perspective, one that leads to true happiness and inner peace. The Buddha himself was born into luxury but renounced his royal life to seek a deeper understanding of human suffering. His journey revealed that happiness does not come from external possessions but from a peaceful and content mind. Regardless of whether one is rich or poor, the key to a fulfilling life lies in how we approach it. When we are no longer controlled by desires, greed, and fear, we begin to experience real freedom and joy. 1. The Buddhist choice. Letting go of luxury for truth. Prince Siddhartha, who later became the Buddha, had everything most people dream of: wealth, power, and comfort. Yet he saw that these external luxuries did not protect people from aging, illness, and death. This realization led him to leave his royal life behind in search of the truth about suffering and happiness. His story teaches us an important lesson. Happiness is not found in material possessions. Many believe that more money and success will bring lasting joy, but the Buddha realized that external things are temporary. True fulfillment comes from within. Even after leaving his palace, the Buddha found peace, not in wealth but in wisdom and self-awareness. The search for happiness requires inner transformation. The Buddha's journey was not about abandoning life but about understanding it more deeply. We don't have to give up everything to follow his path. Instead, we can learn to detach from unhealthy attachments and cultivate inner peace in our daily lives. 2. The illusion of wealth and the reality of peace. Society often teaches us that having more leads to happiness. However, Buddhist wisdom suggests the opposite. The more we crave, the more we suffer. Greed leads to endless dissatisfaction. A person who is always chasing more will never feel content, no matter how much they have. Fear arises from attachment. When we cling to wealth, relationships, or status, we develop the fear of losing them, which creates stress and anxiety. Freedom comes from letting go. When we stop identifying happiness with material things, we discover a deeper, unshakable peace. The Buddha taught that true wealth is not measured by possessions but by contentment. A person with little but a peaceful heart is far richer than someone who has everything but lives in constant worry. 3. The balance between having and being. Some people misunderstand Buddhism, thinking it promotes complete renunciation of all material things. In reality, the Buddha did not teach that money or success are bad, he simply warned about becoming attached to them. Money is useful, but it should not control us. We need resources to live, but when money becomes the center of our lives, we lose sight of what truly matters. Success is good when it comes with wisdom. Achievements and ambitions are valuable when guided by mindfulness, ethics, and compassion. True joy comes from how we live, not what we own. A peaceful and mindful life is far more rewarding than chasing endless desires. The secret is to find balance, to use material things wisely without becoming attached to them. 4. Breaking free from fear and desire. Two of the biggest obstacles to happiness are greed and fear. These emotions keep us trapped in a cycle of chasing what we don't have and fearing the loss of what we do have. Greed keeps us running. The moment we achieve something, we immediately want more. This cycle never ends. Fear takes away our peace. The fear of losing money, health, relationships, or status creates suffering. Letting go leads to freedom. When we understand that everything in life is temporary, we stop clinging and start living with greater ease and gratitude. Buddhist wisdom teaches us to embrace impermanence and focus on what truly matters: our actions, character, and inner peace. 5. Practicing mindfulness for a peaceful life. One of the most practical ways to apply Buddhist teachings in daily life is through mindfulness, being fully present in the moment. Mindful breathing, taking deep, conscious breaths, helps us return to the present and calm the mind. Gratitude practice. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we can appreciate what we have. Meditation. Daily meditation helps us detach from desires and fears, leading to a calmer, more joyful life. The more we practice mindfulness, the more we realize that happiness is not something we need to chase. It is already within us. True happiness is a peaceful mind. The Buddhist teachings remind us that happiness is not about what we own but how we live. A rich person who constantly worries about money is no wealthier than a poor person who feels content with life. True happiness arises when we let go of greed, attachment, and fear. By practicing mindfulness, embracing balance, and focusing on inner peace, we can experience deep, lasting joy, regardless of external circumstances. What is one lesson from Buddhist wisdom that has impacted your life? Share in the comments. Conclusion: money can make life more comfortable, but it is not the key to true happiness. Many people chase wealth, believing it will bring them peace, but the reality is that external success means little without inner fulfillment. We have explored the Buddha's wisdom on happiness, wealth, and letting go. Here are the key takeaways. Money is a tool, not the goal. Use it wisely to support a meaningful life, but do not let it define your happiness. Happiness comes from within. No amount of wealth can replace a peaceful and content heart. Let go of attachment. Fear and greed keep us trapped. True freedom comes from knowing what is enough. Practice mindfulness. Living in the present, appreciating what we have, and focusing on inner peace will lead to lasting joy. The most valuable lesson is this: true happiness and peace are already within you. You don't need to search outside. Just cultivate gratitude, wisdom, and mindfulness in your daily life. Take action today. What are your thoughts on this topic? Share your reflections in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe to support our journey of learning Buddhist wisdom together. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our latest insights on mindfulness, happiness, and inner peace. Thank you for being here. May you always find peace and joy on your path.